He has always maintained his innocence, said he was wrongly accused, defamed, and a victim of a miscarriage of justice. Tonight, the case against Conrad Black is seen from the jury box. In an exclusive interview, one of the jurors talks for the first time on television about what she believed and the battle she faced in the deliberation room. And she says things could have ended far worse for Black. She tells her story tonight to the CBC's Mark Kelly.
It was chaos on that July day as Conrad Black arrived at the courthouse in Chicago, unaware of the verdict that had just been reached by the 9 women and 3 men on his jury. Black, however, maintained his cool, confident, he said, he'd be completely vindicated. But in an exclusive interview with CBC News, 2 of those jurors revealed just how close he came to a complete conviction. Black was facing 13 charges. He had defrauded his company and its shareholders in an elaborate scheme that netted him millions, then covered up his crime. After 4 months of testimony, 9 of the 12 jurors were convinced he was guilty of every charge. Then Jean Kelly spoke out.
I felt very strong in my convictions. I would have went for a mistrial before I would have caved in on my beliefs.
The letter carrier, a single mom from suburban Chicago, said she found Black arrogant and condescending, but she wasn't convinced he was a crook.
So there was no way in your mind that there was going to be a unanimous verdict of guilt as long as you were on that trial?
Yes.
In that jury?
Yes. And I don't think for a minute what he did was right. I just don't think the criminal intent was there.
Kelly started digging through boxes of evidence trying to back her belief. And as days wore on, the jurors were furious at Kelly and 2 others for holding out.
What are you thinking now as you're looking around the room and hearing people who are screaming at you? What?
Floored. Complete. It's just like night and day from what we had been with through the trial to this point. Yeah. I guess nobody likes to be attacked for the way you think or believe. And it's not like anybody was trying to tell you were wrong, but when you almost go on the defensive when they do that to you, I guess.
Kelly eventually found the evidence she was looking for, buried in the footnotes of a document, evidence that she said was never presented by Black's own lawyers. Kelly made her case. The jurors changed their position. From that original vote to convict on all 13 charges, they now found him guilty of just 4.
Conrad Black's pretty lucky you were on that jury.
I'm sure he doesn't think so. He got convicted on some.
But he could have been convicted on all had you not been there.
Well, I don't think I was the only one who fought for what I believed in. I've been known to be stubborn.
Black will be sentenced next month, and while he still may be facing years in prison, had it not been for one woman with strong convictions, he may have spent the rest of his life in jail.
Mark Kelly, CBC News in Chicago.